We have a new laminator. It is a Tamerica TSL2700. So here it is. And it's similar to the other laminator, but there are 3 guidelines I want to give everyone who uses it. Number 1, this lever should be in this position all the time, except for when you're laminating. So when the machine is all ready to laminate, you put the rollers together. That lever, I'm going to pull it, actually separates the rollers. So there they are separated, now they're touching. So number 1, that handle should be pulled so that the rollers are apart, except while you're laminating. Number 2, as you're laminating, you need to watch the plastic at the back. Your job is to keep every now and then pulling it away so that it doesn't wrap itself up around these rollers. Putting a piece of paper in when you're done helps a lot so that the person who's starting their job has something stiff in here. And then number 3, never use reverse. You'll use on to make the rollers start turning. You'll put it to the middle to turn them off. Reverse, which is pushing it down like that, is really only for us to do maintenance on the machine, fix things if plastic gets wrapped up. So those are my 3 guidelines. The lever should be here, except when the machine's hot and you're going to be laminating, then you push it down to 0 for paper. It can do poster boards, but hardly any of us do that, so 0 is the setting. Number 2, keep an eye on the back side as you're laminating so that it doesn't wrap around the rollers, this top one or the bottom one. And number 3, don't ever use reverse. Once the paper's in the laminator, it's got to go all the way through. There's no backing up and undoing. So there are some pretty detailed instructions here. We're gonna flip the power switch. We're gonna select the heat. We use 1.5 mil plastic, so that's this number 1 button. This will turn solid when it's all ready. And we need to wait for that to turn solid before we move this lever. This top light is solid, so it's ready. So we come over here, move that lever. There are these guides to help you keep within the edge of the laminate. You put your paper. Remember, never reverse. And then watch the back side. It will try to clump up like that. See, it's about to go round and round. So your job is to stop that. And this is going to try and bubble up too. And when you're done, run a sheet in for the other people. Alright. I highly recommend using a pair of scissors to cut this, because this little guy that has these 2 razor blades is kind of worthless. I've used it. Sometimes it works. Other times it's going to make the plastic split, which could become a problem, especially if that split gets back behind the roller here. So we're obviously done. So we're going to press cold, just like the instructions say. And we're going to pull this lever since we're not laminating. And after 30 minutes with all these lights off, then we can push this switch. If you forget, don't worry about it. I don't think there's any harm in this switch being left on. There's definitely harm in leaving it hot or heating. So there you go.